What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another day on the bus build. Today I'm going to be patching up the holes, the screw holes, and then there are some metal pieces that are sticking up that I can't push down, so I'm gonna attempt to grind those down so that I can patch over them so that there's no holes at all. But before I do that, I did the Rust-Oleum yesterday, and I want to show you guys the back corner where it was rusted the most. My mind is blown. I am blown away by the difference that made. And also, I found out, I think I know why that whole section was rusty in the first place. There's a hole. Let me show you. Look at how different it looks thanks to the Rust-X. It doesn't even, I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. But in this corner right here, whenever I was hosing down the inside, I was wondering how I was gonna get the water out that was piling up in the corner. Well, it leaked right there. It leaked right out of the bus. So there's obviously, if you look closely, you could see that it's completely rusted out. There's a hole in that back corner. So I'm gonna seal that up really good today, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be using to patch up the holes. Okay, so I was researching on how I should do the holes, and originally I planned to do the penny method where you just put down caulking and then you put the penny on it and it seals the holes. I'm not going to do that, and one reason for that is just because, one, it's not a flat surface. I didn't know that the bottom was going to be ridged like this, but not a problem. I watched a video from the channel Whiskey Wilderness, and I didn't get exactly what they got, but I got some stuff pretty close. So I am going to be using liquid nails. This is Fuse It Max. It says it's the strongest start to finish, 5 times stronger on grip and hold. Anyways, it bonds to wood, metal, glass, plastic, subfloor, ceramic, marble, mirrors, foam board, landscape, block, granite, rubber, and more. So that's what I'm using, is the liquid nails. So that's basically the caulking that I'm using, and then the method is on Whiskey Wilderness's channel. He used stainless steel pipe vents. And so I'm using stainless steel lint traps. And so I'm just gonna cut these down to fit over each hole. And I'm gonna basically put this on here, put some on the ground, lay it down, rub it all in real nice, and let it dry. So it's pretty simple. And I think that it'll work out just fine. They did comment, I commented on their video and thanked them for this idea, but they said that if you can, to just caulk the holes and then go over it with Bondo. I am just gonna do what they did. I'm not gonna go over it with Bondo. That's the plan for patching the holes. And also I need to hopefully, possibly grind down these pieces of metal. Let me show you. Every little bit, there's some holes like this one. I don't know where they go, but I need to, like, this one doesn't push down at all, so I'm gonna grind it out, and there's a few here and there, so hopefully I can get those level. You know what, I'm not gonna grind them down. I'm just gonna go around them with the caulking and call it good, because I'm gonna be using foam board insulation, so whatever's sticking out, the foam board will kind of move around for it, so I think it'll be fine. less work for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start patching up these holes, and that will be really exciting to know that that's done, because once that's done, I'm gonna paint over it with the Rust-Oleum paint and then start framing. So let's get to it.
No, they actually just had it.
Jeez. So that's what we're working with here. I guess I can do this, huh? Sometimes you gotta get creative. I'm glad I bought 2 packs. The guy at Home Depot had no idea what I was talking about when I said I need stainless steel pipe vent. He was like, are you sure that's what you need? Are you sure that's what it's called? Am I? Really? The guy on YouTube said that's what it was called. I wonder if I just do this. Yes. And I can't stand this. You don't really need a whole lot to cover these holes. They're pretty small, so that's good, I guess. Okay, I think I might go back to Home Depot and try and find the ones that that guy was actually using. We'll see. Here we go. Come on, Liquid Nails. I believe in you. We can do this. Oh, no. Today's just one of those days. I couldn't get it through, and I poked a hole through, like, right here. And now, oh no, it's right there. You know, because whatever goes as planned, huh? I want to know. Tell me. So I guess this is what we're doing here. This is going to take forever. This is just a terrible, terrible disaster already. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm literally going to have to buy another thing of liquid nails, because this is just not going to work. This is going to take forever if I try and do it like this. Y'all, please pray for me and all my future endeavors. Yeah, I'm literally gonna go buy another one, because no, can't even deal right now.
Did you see the pool back here?
Alright, you guys, the day before yesterday, I got frustrated with what I was trying to use, which you guys saw just a second ago. So I actually ordered the specific steel pipe filters that I was looking for at Home Depot. I actually looked it up. They didn't have them at Home Depot that I could find. So I looked them up on Amazon and I bought some. And these are actually so much smaller than I thought they were gonna be. But they're actually the perfect size for most of these holes. So I'm gonna get started on covering or patching up these holes, and hopefully I don't lose too much daylight, but that's what's on the agenda today. So hopefully this goes a lot better than it did the other day. When I was trying to open this the other day, I poked a hole in the side, and so it was oozing out of the side, as you guys saw. So I went and bought a couple more, and I'm gonna make sure that I open it right and get in the hole so it doesn't do that. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm gonna be doing on the entire bus right here. And then that way, if you are trying to figure out a solution to this same problem, then here is a good idea, I suppose. So these are the pipe filters. These are super tiny. The ones that I saw that channel use, they were probably like the size of a quarter. These are smaller than a penny. These are smaller than a dime. So lucky for me, most of these holes are pretty small. So I might order some bigger ones if I have to, but I think that I'll be all set. So here we go. Finally, here we go. So basically, just gonna put it right there. Smash it down. I wish these gloves were like more fitted to my finger, my hand. And there you have it. There's one. This is going to take me forever. That's okay though. As long as it gets done, right? Sounds like Levi's hurting himself across the way. So essentially it's gonna look a little bit like that, and I'll probably go put a little bit more on there once it's dried a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of these holes throughout the entire bus. And I am losing daylight, so I'm gonna get to it. It has been such a long and stressful few days trying to get stuff done in here. It was raining, my parts that I needed didn't come, it was just a whole thing. But I have the floor all patched up, and so now I did some of it last night in the dark. Now I'm just waiting for the rest of it to dry, and then we can start painting with the Rust-Oleum paint. And I bought hopefully everything, to frame it out. I bought insulation and then the plywood that's gonna go on top of that. And then we shall start on the walls. So it's definitely going. It's just a long process. As you can see, I have all the little holes patched. I'm gonna go around all the creases too with silicone and just make sure that all the creases are filled in too. Like where all that black goo is, like here, all through there, over here. I don't know if I said it earlier, but this corner back here, that's why there's a hole in the corner. That's why all of this was so rusted. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in as best as I can as well. And it is another day on the bus build. So yesterday I went through a whole thing of silicone. I went through 2 things of the liquid nail, and I have most of the floor sealed. I'm gonna go, I did this half, now I'm gonna finish this half, and I also patched up those 2 holes because honestly, where I'm planning on putting like the diesel heater and the compost toilet that need to be vented are not gonna go in those spots. So this hole over here that was for the heater, I took it out. I recycled some of the metal that was on the bus here, over here. I cut it to, well, my brother cut it to size, and I screwed it down and then did liquid nails, and then I will seal around it once that's dry. And then over here on this side, that little hole that was right there for the other wires, I did the exact same thing. So now that those are done, I'm going to finish sealing up the floor. Once that's dry, I am going to paint it. And then also, whenever I don't know if I already talked about this or not. If I haven't, I found that the reason why it was so rusty over there is because there is a hole on that back corner. And so I'm going to seal that hole up really, really well. And then the bus should be good to go to start on the subfloor, which I'm really excited about. So here we go. So as you guys can tell, it's been raining. And a few things have happened since the last time I saw you. One, I got the floors completely sealed and painted with Rust-Oleum paint. But two, there's a leak. Not in the floor, in the ceiling. But it's up right here where the emergency hatch is. When I took down the ceiling, I noticed that one of the bars that was mounted on, there's 2 bars mounted on each side, or there's 1 bar mounted on each side, so there's 2 bars in total. One of them actually just completely fell down. And I can see that for whatever reason, there's some screws gone that are supposed to be up there. And so there's essentially plenty of spots for rain to get through. And so now where I am right here, it's just covered in water. The water it's been raining like crazy lately. And so I'm actually, if you know, I'm actually going to take out that emergency hatch and I'm going to add a marine hatch skylight. And it is a bit pricey. I wasn't necessarily planning on buying it sooner than later. It's something I wanted to push off as much as I could. But now I'm thinking that might actually have to be something that I do sooner than later with the fact that it's leaking. I don't know if this is because the rain, it hasn't been like an angular rainfall, it's just pouring straight down. And it's definitely causing it to really leak. And also, the other day I left 2 of my emergency windows open and it rained, and so that's why I thought the water was coming from. But I was in here earlier and I realized that it's dripping from the emergency hatch. So that might be something that I have to do, is to invest in that marine hatch sooner than later. So unfortunately, that's where I'm at right now. I did not film any of me painting the floors just because, 1, you know what it looks like to paint, but 2, I was frustrated. This has been a very, very long week, a very tedious, long process. And needless to say, I just needed to take a day away from trying to film and work on the bus and just work on the bus. So that's what I did. Because sometimes you just gotta know when to take a step back, breathe a little bit, and give yourself a break. So that's what I did. But as you can see, the floors have been completely painted all up and down, and I got my sound deadening stuff. I just ordered 1 box, and you're not supposed to use like a whole lot anyways, so hopefully I will have enough, but I ordered that, so that'll be going down. I'm going to be starting on the subfloor very, very soon. As of right now, it's supposed to rain a lot. The next couple of days it's going to be sunny, but after that there's like 3 or 4 days straight of some rainfall. So unfortunately, I think I bought a tarp for these cases so that I could put that, because I was planning on taking the windows out, so I bought a tarp to put over the roof so it wouldn't leak. Well, I'm not going to take the windows out, but I have that tarp. But right now, all of mine and Levi's subfloor material is in that tarp out in the backyard because we didn't have anywhere to put it. He was trying to do some stuff in his bus. I was doing stuff on my floor in my bus, so we didn't have anywhere to store it. So right now it's in that tarp. So I think what I'm going to do is figure out where to put all of that material to where it is safe and dry, is not going to get wet. Put that tarp over the bus and get started on the subfloor, because even though it's going to be raining, this is something that I really want to get it done. And like I said to you guys recently, I have some stuff coming up, and I'm trying to get this build at least camping ready as soon as possible. So it's going to be going up pretty fast over the next couple of weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will be starting on the subfloor. I'm super excited. I'm just, even though this week has been so stressful, I'm just glad that the floor is done and it is sealed. In that back corner over there where I told you guys there was a hole and there's a leak, well, there was water piled up back there from the leak from the ceiling. So now I know that that leak has been sealed up and it actually works, and it caught that water and it wasn't going anywhere. So that's good to know. I'm grateful to have it done, and I will see you guys on the next video.